on the redistricting referendum. We've been watching all night. Allie, what do you got?
We can now call that Virginia voters have voted in favor of a referendum to allow for the redistricting of federal House districts in the state of Virginia, which will allow Democrats now to take 3 to 4 seats, depending on how things go in the midterm elections. We have 82% of the vote in across Virginia. 50.28 has voted in favor of the referendum, 49.72. Now, you might say that feels close with 82% of the vote in. The issue is this, that all of those states, all of those counties and districts that have voted against it, that vote came in pretty early. The 2 big counties where we still don't have as much of the count in yet is 51% in Fairfax County. This is the biggest county, Northern Virginia. It's the biggest county in the entire state. We know how this goes in Virginia. So right now it's trending 71 to 29. The percentage there is probably going to stay the same or go higher. That is the case in a few counties around D.C., although most of these are almost complete, 95% there, 97% there. The other thing to do is go around Richmond, where, again, 60% of the vote is in. That's 81-18. Again, 40% of the way to go there. We're likely to see the margins run up, which is why at 82% we're able to call this.
Allie Velshi, thank you very much. That's big news. It is wild to think about Trump sort of concocting this plan of, like, we'll just do this Texas thing. Like, yoink, easy 5 votes.
As if no one...
Easy peasy, no one's going to do anything, and then we'll...
It's kind of like the Iran thing. Like, he didn't expect them to fight back. He doesn't expect anyone to do anything. Like, he doesn't think back past the first step. You know, he's like, I'll do what I want to do, and then everyone's just going to roll over. And when people don't roll over, it, like, takes him by surprise, you know? I'm good for Virginia.
I was really cracking up, Tim, with the quote from Trump calling into Virginia saying, I don't know if you've heard of gerrymandering, but it's a bad thing. It's like, like our favorite good government reformer weighing in on the Virginia redistricting.
Yeah, Donald Trump feels passionately, very strongly in opposition to gerrymandering in this one case for one day. Here's why I think this is so important and such a big win for Virginia, and kudos to Abigail Spanberger and Louise Lucas and the others for pushing it in Virginia. But I think sometimes there's fatalism on the anti-Trump, pro-democracy side about how, they're going to cheat in these elections. And, I hear that a lot from people. They tried to cheat. Like, this was a case of them trying to cheat. They tried to do this mid-cycle redistricting, and it backfired spectacularly. They're going to end up losing seats on net when you add up the states that ended up doing redistricting changes. And I think that's a good lesson. And that might not be a lesson in quote-unquote good government, but it's a lesson in trying to actually fight for a democracy that works.
Politics still exists. Public opinion still exists. Like, all that stuff is still there. People still have leverage. They have agency. They have power. That's whether you watching at home as a participant in American democracy or people holding elected office and up and down the line.